Okay, so I got this in the mail, and this channel is all about books. So I want to focus tonight on books and the happiness that books can bring people. Food Network magazine, the fun summer recipes. There's so many different things in this magazine that I wish to share with you. Um, if you know me very well, you know one big thing I love is s'mores. So that's part of it. Red, white, and blue treats is another. Fried green tomatoes reminds me of my late grandma. So let's start on page 30. I have it written down. I have so many fun things I want to do with this channel, and I hope that you all participate. So let's go to page 30. Now, along the way, you might see things here that you like, and that's great. That means you have to go and pick up this edition of Food Network magazine, the June-July issue of this year, to check out some of these things that I'm skipping over. Okay? As most of you know, I don't drink. That's a personal choice. So that's just me. If you like to drink, then pick it up and check out the drinks. We're going to start on page 30. And Donna, can you get back to page 30? That would be a great idea. Summer of the Slider. So it says, try a new one each week. And this one caught my eye, bacon cheeseburger slider. And you form 1.5-pound ground beef into 12 patties, 3 inches each, season with salt and pepper, cook into an oiled skillet over medium-high heat, 3 to 5 minutes per side, top with a slice of cheddar. During the last minute of cooking, serve on the slider bun with ketchup, mayo, pickle, and bacon. Doesn't that sound delicious? Okay, we're going to skip ahead to page 32. The fried chicken sliders. Now that sounded just right up my alley. You're going to whisk 1 1/2 cup buttermilk with 2 tablespoons cayenne, 1 tablespoon each garlic powder and chopped parsley, and 1 teaspoon each chopped thyme, kosher salt and pepper. Add 4 quartered skinless boneless chicken thighs, marinate 30 minutes, remove from the marinade and dredge in 2 cups of flour mixed with 2 teaspoons each kosher salt and cayenne. You're going to deep fry to 350 degrees Fahrenheit vegetable oil until golden. 7 minutes. Serve on potato rolls with coleslaw. Now, if you get the Raising Cane's coleslaw, sorry, I just love Raising Cane's, then you are in business. Okay, now here's the part that reminds me of my late grandma. She loved fried green tomatoes, not just the movie. Fried green and true. One of the first recipes for fried green tomatoes appeared in a Chicago newspaper, but these are undoubtedly a Southern favorite. Be sure to use firm, unripe green tomatoes, not green heirlooms. They're too juicy. Now here's the recipe. It says active for 25 minutes, total 25 minutes, and it's going to serve 4 people of fried green tomatoes. Now your vegetable oil for frying, 2 unripe green tomatoes, 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour, kosher salt. You're going to need 3/4 a teaspoon of garlic powder, 3/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 large eggs, 1 tablespoon of milk, 1 and 1, is that 1/2 or 3/2? 1/2 cup of panko, and ranch dressing for serving. Only 3 steps. So fill a pot with 1/2-inch vegetable oil and heat until deep fry thermometer registers 350 degrees. Line a large plate with paper towels. Slice those green tomatoes 1/2 inch thick. Whisk your flour, 1/2 teaspoon salt, the garlic powder and cayenne in a shallow dish. Whisk the eggs, milk in another shallow dish. Then put the panko in a third dish. Working with 1 slice at a time, dredge the tomatoes in the flour. mixture, then dip in the egg mixture, letting the excess drip off the dredge in the panko to coat. Without crowding the pan, fry in the hot oil, turning until golden to 3 to 5 minutes. Transfer to the paper towels to drain. Serve with the ranch dressing. Okay, and again, that was page 38. We're going to page 40. Donna, you went too far. Oh, yes. Smoked cheddar hush puppies. Now, this is an active 20 time, total minute 20 time, serves 4 people. Now, puppy love. Legend has it if the fishermen used to toss bites of fried corn batter to barking dogs to quiet them down, hence the name hush puppies. The little bites have become a requisite side for southern barbecues. Now, your vegetable oil you're going to use for frying. You have 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup for cornmeal, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, kosher salt, 1/2 teaspoon or 1/2 cup, buttermilk, 1/2 cup sliced pickled okra, 1/2 cup shredded smoked cheddar cheese, 1/2 cup corn kernels, 3 scallions sliced, 1 egg, large egg that is, lightly beaten, honey mustard for serving. Now, it's only 3 steps, so here we go. You're going to fill a large pot with about 3 inches of vegetable oil and heat until a deep fry thermometer registers 350 degrees. Line a large plate with paper towel. Whisk that flour, cornmeal, sugar, baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon. Is that 1/4 or 3/4? 3/4 teaspoons, salt in a mixing bowl. Stir in the buttermilk, pickled okra, smoked cheddar, corn kernels, scallion, and egg. You're going to drop heaping tablespoons of batter in the hot oil and fry, turning until golden. About 5 minutes. Transfer to the paper towels to drain. Season with salt. Serve with honey mustard. Okay, the next up, we're going to do a quiz. And I cannot wait to do this quiz with you. So let me get to the quiz. Maybe here. Okay, and it's called, What is Your Steak IQ? We want to take this quiz and then turn the page to find a new recipe. So I have not taken this yet, as you can see. So I'm going to write my answers down here. Philly cheesesteak. Is it A, top round, B, tip, C, ribeye, or D, cube steak? I'm going to say the Philly cheesesteak is probably the tri-tip. So, tri-tip chili cheese. And as you can see, I'm not very neat, but I'm writing my answers as I go. And that would be B. Okay. Chicken fried steak. I'm going to say that one is the cube steak. Chicken fried. Okay. How about London broil? London broil. We'll go with the ribeye, C. Okay. And for the Santa Maria steak, well, the only one left that we have is A. Santa Maria. Okay. And the next one. Which is the surprise ingredient in A1 and other steak sauce? A, coffee, B, raisins, C, cocoa powder, or D, cola? I'm going to say for number 2, it's got to be D, cola. And number 3, why is the Wagyu steak so famously tender? A, The cattle themselves are well marbled with fat. B. The steaks are basted with butter during cooking. C. The meat is from the muscle that is not used often. D. Wagyu is dry aged for longer than other cuts of beef. I'm going to go with 3 as D again. Wagyu is dry aged for longer than other cuts of beef. Which of these is the fattest cut of beef? A. Flank. B. Filet mignon. C. Ribeye. Or D. New York strip. The fattiest cut of beef. Fattiest. Let's go with A. Flank. Okay, now number 5. If a steak reaches an internal temperature of 135 to 135, which doneness level is it? Rare, medium, or well done? I'm going to go with medium rare, B. 6. What is cowboy steak? A thick bone-in ribeye? A ribeye that cut into large chunks for kebabs? A smoked brisket traditionally cooked over a campfire? A steak that's marinated in barbecue sauce? I'm going to go with C. That sounds really good, actually. 7. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be fun. Which part of the cow produces skirt steaks? A. The neck. C. The chunk. B. The rib. Or D. The plate. Skirt steak. I'm going to go with D. Plate. 8. What chemical reaction occurs when a steak is seared? Is it A. Maillard reaction, B. Oxidation, C. Double placement, or D. Sabatier reaction? I'm going to go with B. Oxidation. 9. All of the following ingredients could act as a tenderizer in steak marinade except A. Wine, B. Pineapple juice, C. Vinegar, or D. Olive oil. I'm going to say the answer to this is going to be B. Pineapple juice. Number 10. Which of these cuts does not come from the chuck shoulder? A. A flat iron, C. A blade, B. A flank, or D. A Denver. Okay, let's go with does not come from the chuck, the shoulder. D. Okay, so 11. Here we go. What is the official USD standard for grass-fed beef? A. The cattle was raised eating only grass. B. The cattle were raised on grass for 90 days before slaughter. C. The cattle were raised to roam free and feed on grasslands. Or D. There is no USDA standard for grass-fed beef. I'm going to say B. Sounds good. 12. Why should you let steak rest after cooking and before slicing? A. To let it cool. B. To let the excess moisture on the surface evaporate. C. To let the juices redistribute throughout the meat. Or D. To allow a crust to form. Ooh, I think it's C. So let's do 13. Strip steaks are known by all of these names except New York strip, Kansas City strip, top loin steak, or hanger steak. I'm going to think D for 13. 14. Okay. Identify these classic French steak dishes. A. Steak roquefort. Okay, is it A. Pepper crusted steak with cream sauce? B. Steak with blue cheese sauce? C, steak with buttery herb sauce, or D, steak with red wine reduction. Okay, steak rookie fillet. I'm going to say it is D. So D for the first one. Now the second one. Steak au poivre. Oh, it sounds like something with pasta. So I'm going to do that first one, the pepper crusted steak with cream sauce. A. My pen wants to quit writing. Come on, come on. When you want your pen to work and it doesn't. Okay. Steak Bordelaise. I'm going to say that's the buttery herb with sauce. I really need a working pen. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. I want to get a working pen to finish out this quiz.